Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is a review for Eric. Eric is a Netflix series, so if you don't have Netflix, then I'm sorry. So sorry. So sorry. Anyway, this is Eric season 1, episodes 1 through 6, because we're not going to go beat by beat. There are 6 episodes. Spoiler alert. Sorry if you haven't listened, if you haven't watched it and you want to, back up out of here and come back after you watch. Because I'm gonna throw some spoilers out there. So the gist of this story is about a puppeteer, Vincent, who clings to his son's drawings. Both he and his son are artists, and his son goes missing, and he feels like if he can get one of the characters that his son kind of created in his drawings, if he can get that plastered on the screen somehow, if he can somehow communicate with his son through the media, then all will be well. His son will come home, everything will be okay. You already know how this story goes. We got the unhinged father who's an alcoholic, who's a drug addict, who's a bit unhinged. He got some mental health concerns. Then we have the wife who's intolerable. She a chain smoker. She judges him. She's just had enough. Whole time, this whole sleeping around. She cheating on this man with some boy that's like 15, 20 years younger than her. She get pregnant by him and everything. When I say I couldn't stand Cassie Anderson's character, that was her name in the show. It was fuck Cassie the whole damn time. Because for one, you got the nerve. You got the nerve to be judgmental towards him. Oh, it's fuck him and this, that, and the third. But you cheating on him with some young tender. Not to mention, she get pregnant by him. She get pregnant by him, then tells her husband about it, like, I want you to leave. Oh, and by the way, I'm pregnant too. Oh, yeah, and it's not yours. And Vincent had to just take it, swallow it, and go on by his business. I wanted him to tear that house down on his way out. I wanted him to tear everything up in that house on his way out. Because no. Because for one, his son is missing, and of course he's drinking. Of course. Just like you chain smoking. It ain't right. It wasn't right how she did him. I don't like that. You already know. Initially, she feel like, oh, maybe it was him. She done called the police on the man to get him arrested. Then she want to feel bad about it and go down there and see about him. Oh, can I talk to him? You the reason he in there. I ain't like her character at all. At all the way up to the end. I was like, fuck this hoe. We had, of course, because the man's child was missing, there's a police officer that's on the case, and his story is paralleling with this one, of course, and I enjoyed his storyline as well. He was a closeted police officer. His partner was dying from AIDS. Just a lot of stuff going on in this story that was so triggering, especially that. Him being on the police force and having to endure all the shit talking from the rest of the officers. They dropping the F-bombs and just real homophobic, and he had to sit through it. That's neither here nor there though. But he had a case prior to this little boy, this little white boy, Edgar. They had a case prior to that. Of course, it's a black boy. 14-year-old kid went missing. The case kind of went cold because they really stopped looking for him. But the boy's mother was relentless. Like, she was always up at the police station trying to figure out what's going on. Are you looking for my boy? You know, she has to, you know, make him appealing to them like he was this, he was that. You know, now is he interested enough for y'all to fucking look for him? I know this little white boy goes missing, and now look at the cavalry just out. Everybody just out looking for him. This latest child go missing, and don't nobody care. I was triggered. I was absolutely triggered by her story because here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Of course, this is her. This is her sad, sorry ending. No happy ending for the black mama. None whatsoever. The man, Vincent, like I said, he's a puppeteer. He's a puppeteer. He's like a showrunner. I would say almost equivalent to Sesame Street. He and his friend, his partner, they came up with the concept and all of that, and they're partners in this. Now, when the man's son goes missing, of course he spirals. He was drinking before, but now he really be drunk. Now he really be high. You know, now he's really, you know, unraveling. And instead of his job being there for him, maybe sending him to therapy, you know, they fired him and took his ideas. Just took it and ran with it like he ain't come up with the whole show. Friend, he ain't got no backbone because he did the firing. Just so matter of fact, like, you need to get it together. When I say Vincent read his ass down, I was here for it too, because kind of friend are you? You're supposed to have his back. You're supposed to vouch for him. So he done lost his wife, his child missing, and his job. Y'all already know Vincent was in them streets, you know, looking for the next fix. He also hears voices. His son, like I said, was also an artist, and he was, you know, looking through his drawings and came across one that he knew was very special to Edgar. Edgar really wanted his dad to create this puppet for him. And so now Vincent like, oh, now I got to get on it. I got to get Eric out there on the screen. If he sees him, maybe he'll come home. Because in Vincent's mind, Edgar is gone, you know, on his own volition. Like he wasn't taken or anything like that. He has the feeling that Edgar ran away because he's mad at him, which was the goddamn truth. Y'all, when I realized that little boy had us going through all of this and he just ran away, excuse me, he need a whooping. The boy needed a whooping. You running away. You got the whole town looking for your ass. Your mama and daddy done split up. It done broke. They were hanging by a thread anyway. And so this was it. Your mama cheating on your daddy. You got an illegitimate sibling coming on the way. It's just like we was looking for you and you really was running away. Nobody took him. He down in the subway, like under the, you know, underground. There was this homeless man that he kind of took a liking to in the area. Though they would speak to one another, they were nice to each other. The man was nice to him. He following him. He followed him all the way to where, because the man, you know, he tags. And so he followed him all the way to where the homeless man lives. All the way down in the sewer, under the subway, all the way down under the ground. He done followed him all the way down there. And that man was taking care of him, feeding him, keeping him safe. Because he down there living with some other homeless woman who's a crackhead. She just trying to get her next fix. She willing to sell him to the highest bidder. She keep going back and forth to this gay club like, listen, I got a little boy, he about 9. I promise you I'll bring him. If I bring him out, that'll, you know, because she on money. He like, where my money? She like, I got something better. I got a little boy. And she keeps promising him this little boy. And of course, the other man is like, I'm not leaving you nowhere with this little boy because he already know her motives. And so he's not going to leave. He's protecting the boy. This little boy want to be down there with that man because he's scared of his daddy. His daddy's a drunk. His daddy starts yelling and screaming and carrying on with his mama. They be arguing and fighting. He running from daddy. Daddy the monster. Y'all, I was kind of upset with that. So I'm like, we out here looking for your ass and you running away. We thought somebody kidnapped you. Then on the other side of town, we got the black mama whose son went missing, and they won't even think to look for him. So the black cop has to finally step up and pick back up on the case and everything. You know, he going around asking questions. Finally, somebody has a conscience and shares some video footage with him, and the boy was murdered by the police. Now, the child was gay, and so he was one of them boardwalk kids. You know, he was a working boy, servicing a politician. The police run up in the back of the alley and see it going down and beat that child to death. Handcuff the politician and then beat the boy to death. Get some garbage men to come. They take the body and dump him in the landfill. I was boohoo crying because why that got to be her story? Why that couldn't have been Edgar's damn story? No, the black boy got to go missing, get killed, murdered by the police. It's got to be a sad situation for the black mama. I was really upset with that. I don't like that. I'm tired of that narrative. Why couldn't that lady have a happy ending just like the white family? They got their son back after he done ran away and then finally decides to come home. Meanwhile, she's still sitting on the stoop and her child ain't never coming home. She's standing in the landfill with the police officer and it's trash for miles. They'll never find him. It's just like, I don't care about this little boy being home now that I know that this lady's son was murdered by the police, and there was justice behind it, of course, because with that club owner coming clean, you know, and giving over that footage that he also had a little black book with everybody's name in it. You know, it was given who was on Epstein's Island. You know, politicians. All that. They got all their ass in the end. I was happy about that. Now, Vincent's friend, the other showrunner with him, Lenny, his name was on the list too. We saw him picking up a young boy, a young prostitute, underage. I said, I already know what your ass finna do. When he realized that his name was going to be on that list, I saw him get up. I said, oh, yep. He either going to get a gun or something. Y'all know he jumped straight out the window. Just straight away. Walk straight to the window. Do not pass. Jump. Just go for it. I mean, I guess that's the happy ending too, you know. Because in all of this, they unearthed all this bullshit. That the fact that it was a whole pedophile ring going on at that club. It was a good show. It really was a good series. I really enjoyed it. I hope we get a season 2. I don't know what we could be doing in season 2. I don't know. I don't know how this story could progress any further than it did. I feel like we wrapped it up really good. Yeah, I feel like we wrapped that up really good because the police officers that were guilty of killing that boy, they got all of them. You know, no stone was left unturned. So, there might not be a need for season 2, but I really did enjoy it. It's a good watch. Absolutely one that you can binge. It really is. I was surprised with this one. I really was. I liked it. I didn't need Eric's character, the puppet. I didn't need him to be all throughout the... I really didn't need that. Like, I feel like him just hearing the voices alone might have been enough, or I don't know. That puppet being there was kind of like, it was cheesy. That was one detail. We didn't need it. We ain't need that. We ain't really need Eric to be in full on, regalia throughout the whole thing. We just didn't need it. I just didn't need Eric on the screen. But everybody did. Everybody did great. Everybody did great. I think that's it. That's really all I got to say about it. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 7 out of 10. They gave it a 71%. Y'all know Rotten Tomatoes be always... No, let me not say that, because one of these days I want them to rate my movie 100%. You know? Anyway. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got for Eric. Go watch Eric. Go watch Eric. It was good. It was a good watch. Triggering. That whole black mama didn't get no justice situation. Now that was very triggering for me. Like, I was really crying. I was really sad for her. Then I was mad, like, y'all playing in my face, because why the white family get their baby back and this lady's son was murdered by the police? Anyway, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.